What's going on, everybody? Cleopus Tech here, coming back at you with another video. In this video, I'm going to be giving you my first impressions of the OnePlus Nord N300 5G to give you a better idea of what you can expect if you get it. Now, if you want to see more videos about this phone in the future, be sure to subscribe to the channel because I will be making plenty of them. And for the latest info on pricing and availability, be sure to check out the links in the video description. But with that being said, let's get right into it. Now, before we get into the device itself, let's take a quick look at what comes in the box. So in this little packet here, we got a quick start guide and a SIM card removal tool. Then in the actual box itself, we got a really nice looking USB-C cable and a 33-watt fast charger. The fast charger is definitely significant because nowadays, most phones don't even come with any kind of wall adapter, let alone one like this. And the best thing is, OnePlus phones are known for having really good fast charging, even their more entry-level ones like this. And since of course it already comes with a 33-watt fast charger, you're not going to have to buy one yourself, so you can take full advantage of the phone's fast charging right away. So definitely a great thing to see here. But moving on to the actual phone itself, with the OnePlus Nord N300 5G, we're getting a decently large 6.56-inch IPS LCD display. Keep in mind it also does have a 90Hz refresh rate, and this is going to make the movement on the screen a little bit faster and smoother. Definitely makes things feel a bit more premium. Then we're also getting a 720p resolution and a 20:9 aspect ratio. So overall, for what it is, the display is definitely pretty good. I'm not too happy with the 720p resolution, especially from a OnePlus phone, but I mean, again, for what it is, being more of an entry-level 5G phone, as long as you're not going to be on your phone all day watching all kinds of videos where you want a really nice looking image and stuff, for more casual use, it should at least get the job done. And aside from the image quality, the size and dimensions are pretty good too. At 6.56 inches, again, it is decently large, so if you're doing stuff like web browsing, social media, reading, you will get a pretty good experience. Things are going to be decently large and easy to see, and with the 20:9 aspect ratio, the form factor is pretty tall and narrow, so if you're doing something in landscape mode like watching a video, playing a game, something like that, you're going to get a nicer, more immersive experience. Things are going to look a bit more cinematic. And then when you're doing things like web browsing, reading, social media, things are going to be comfortable to see on this display, and with a taller screen like this, you'll be able to fit more content on it without having to scroll as much. So overall, for the display, as far as this price range is concerned, there are a couple phones out there that might have an advantage or two over this one, like the Samsung Galaxy A23 5G, for example. That phone has a 1080p display instead, and then the TCL Stylus 5G, that phone is quite a bit larger and also does have a 1080p resolution. But overall, compared to your average low $200 5G phone, I do think the display we're getting with the OnePlus Nord N300 5G, both in terms of quality and size and dimensions, is actually pretty good. Now, when it comes to storage, the OnePlus Nord N300 5G is getting 64GB of internal storage with microSD card expansion, so for an entry-level 5G phone, it's pretty average here. Luckily, at this point in 2023, especially for phones like this, 64GB is really a bare minimum now. I haven't seen any phones below this, and while there are several phones around this price range that have 128 instead, they're not really that common, and I feel like for the average user, as long as you're not constantly downloading stuff like apps, games, things that tend to take up a little bit more space, 64GB should be at least acceptable, especially with the microSD card expansion, because if you have lots of photos and videos and music and stuff like that, you can easily offload all that onto a microSD card, and that's going to save you quite a bit of space. So in general, on one hand, if you're more of a power user, if you're constantly downloading all kinds of apps and games and stuff like that, then by all means, definitely get a phone that has 128GB, because in that kind of situation, you're probably going to want more storage than this. But again, for more average, moderate users, I do think the storage we're getting with this phone is going to be plenty good enough. For security features, the OnePlus Nord N300 5G does have face unlock, as well as a fingerprint scanner right on the power key. So although in 2023 this is pretty standard for any phone, it's always nice to get multiple options besides a pin to unlock it, and as you can see, the fingerprint scanner does work really well, real fast and responsive, so I am glad to see that too. For the camera setup here, we got a water drop notch for the front-facing camera, kind of a weird choice in design considering this is a OnePlus phone. They pretty much modernize everything else except for that notch, which they don't typically have even in their lower end phones. And since OnePlus typically has more sleek, modern designs, I feel like a hole punch would have looked a lot nicer here, but I guess it is what it is, and at 16 megapixels, at least the camera is pretty high quality too. Now on the back, we got a dual camera setup, so they took away the macro camera, I guess, but we got a 48 megapixel main camera and a 2 megapixel depth sensing camera. Now I personally really don't care about macro cameras, so to me it's not really that much of a loss, but if you do like to get those close-up detailed images, keep in mind again, this phone does not have a macro camera, so you won't really be able to do that. But on the other hand, what it does have is a really high quality main camera. Off the absolute top of my head, I can't quite remember what the N200 had, but it was definitely not a 48 megapixel camera, so in general I would say if you're not too concerned with having a bunch of different camera features, but you do want to get some really high quality regular photos and maybe you like to use portrait mode too, in that kind of situation, I definitely think the camera setup we're getting here is going to be good enough for you. To give you an idea of what it actually looks like, here's a quick picture I took with portrait mode in the rear camera. For a $200 something phone, I definitely think it came out really well. So overall, if you are looking for a really affordable phone that can take great pictures, the OnePlus Nord N300 5G is going to be a great choice for you. Now, if you want to see more test photos and videos and stuff like that, definitely stay tuned for my full camera review, which I will be linking to in the description as soon as it's out. But overall, when it comes to the camera, as a general rule, I would say if you're really concerned about having a bunch of features and stuff like that, then because there's really nothing besides a regular camera in portrait mode, this is definitely not the phone for you. But if all you ever take is regular photos, portrait photos, and maybe selfies every now and then again, for what it is, this phone does have really good photo quality. So if you're not too concerned with having like an ultra-wide camera or a macro camera, then I do think it will be a good choice for you. When it comes to RAM and processor, with the OnePlus Nord N300 5G, we're getting 4GB of RAM with the MediaTek Dimensity 810 processor. So definitely a great processor for being such an affordable phone. And of course, this really goes without saying, but we are getting 5G connectivity here. And at this point in 2023, while it's not absolutely necessary, I do think having 5G connectivity is still a good idea because it future-proofs things. And since the 5G network is only going to expand from here, getting access to your carrier's latest and greatest network is never a bad thing. As far as the actual performance goes, since after all, this is a first impressions video, I haven't actually gotten a chance to play around with the phone too much, but I did run a benchmark test on it using Geekbench 5, and here are the scores I got. So what I recommend doing is running this test on your current phone and then comparing your results to these, and that's going to give you a better idea of where this phone stands and whether or not it's actually going to be a performance upgrade for you. But overall, in my limited experience with it so far, I haven't had any performance issues. Things have run pretty well, and in general, for the average user, I feel like for more basic daily activities like web browsing, social media, watching a video every now and then, and stuff like that, it will be perfectly fine for you, and it's probably not going to feel slow either. Now for the battery, with the OnePlus Nord N300 5G, we're getting a 5000 mAh battery that supports 33 watt fast charging, so definitely a great battery in pretty much every way here. With a 5000 mAh battery, of course, that's pretty much the largest battery you can get in a smartphone, at least in the US, so you can expect to get great battery life and longevity. So if you're in a situation where maybe you have to use your phone a lot, but you still need something that's going to last all day, maybe you're not always around a charger, in that kind of situation, the OnePlus Nord N300 5G is going to be a great choice. And with 33 watt fast charging, we talked about this a little bit in the beginning of the video, but basically the fast charging in this phone is great. And not only this, but again, it also does come with a fast charger, so you won't even have to go get one yourself. So in general, if you are looking for more of a mid-range 5G phone and the battery is really important to you, then the OnePlus Nord N300 5G is going to be a great choice. Now as far as the software goes, this phone does currently have Android 12, so pretty decent. It would have been nice to see Android 13, but since OnePlus is pretty good about their updates, I imagine we will be seeing that update soon. But keep in mind, if having the latest version of Android as it comes out is really that important to you, pretty much all the Samsung Galaxy A series phones are getting their updates to Android 13 like right now. So if that is the case for you, one of those phones might be a better choice. Another thing I do want to point out here is that with the OnePlus Nord N300 5G, we are getting NFC. So if you like to make contactless mobile payments using tap and pay, just keep in mind this is not going to be a problem with this phone. Taking a look at the overall design, as with pretty much every OnePlus phone, it does have a nice sleek modern look. For some reason, it has a slightly thicker bottom bezel in the water drop notch for the front facing camera. If it were any other brand, this wouldn't surprise me one bit, but since it is OnePlus, I don't really know why they added this. I feel like at least in that regard, the OnePlus Nord N200 5G looked a little bit more modern, but at least with this phone, the back material looks really nice. I do like the camera module too, and the phone, while being made pretty much entirely of plastic, except for of course the glass display, still does have a good amount of weight to it. The materials feel pretty solid. The build quality is really good, and in general, considering this is a pretty entry-level device, it does feel surprisingly premium. Also keep in mind, unlike a lot of Samsung Galaxy A series phones for example, we are getting a headphone jack here, so definitely a good thing too. So in conclusion, my overall first impressions of the OnePlus Nord N300 5G. For the money, I feel like in pretty much every way we are getting a really nice high quality phone here. Now don't get me wrong, these are my first impressions, and there are some things like the performance and camera for example, that I do still have to play around with a bit, but in general from what I can see, if you're looking for a phone that has pretty good performance, 5G connectivity, takes nice pictures albeit without a whole lot of features, has a great battery, features like NFC, has a decent display and enough storage, then for what it is, I definitely think the OnePlus Nord N300 5G is worth considering. Now once again, if you want to see more videos about this phone in the future, be sure to subscribe to the channel because I will be making quite a few. And for some information about pricing, availability, and some of the best accessories for it, definitely check out the various links in the video description. But that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it and found it useful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow Kalipis Tech on Twitter and Instagram. And as always, I will see you in the next video.